What's up, YouTube? In this video, we're gonna compare the Barrons-Hunter surcingle belt to the Leatherman Limited surcingle belt. They are different. I did configure them individually to be different on purpose, so it's not going to be a one-to-one comparison. But we're talking the overall of these belts. The styles are going to be essentially the same from each particular company. So really the overall dimensions and overall style is going to be the same across the board. The only difference will be the configuration of the color, the ribbon, and the style of tabs, if you will. So first, we're gonna work from top to bottom. I'm gonna try my best not to ramble. Again, this one is slightly, there we go. This one is slightly used, so it will have some patina. This one is brand new. But we're gonna compare these sides here. Let's get it, there we go. I can get it to focus. So again, you can see that they have done black edge dressing, which is common in leather making if you're not familiar with handmade leather. This is unfinished, but as you can see, very similar style, one piece of leather looped over with a loop in between. This is a leather loop. Obviously, this is a brass loop, but my other Leatherman belt does have a standard leather loop. As you can see, these are slightly different shapes. But still very similar. Again, these both, does this one have a size stamped on it? Yes, it does. As you can see, the back is somewhat different. I don't know if I'm going to be able to focus for you to see it, but oh yeah, you can kind of make out some of the three right there. So they both have the stamp. This one is, they do their belt, Barron-Hunter does their belt slightly differently than most belt companies that I have experience with or that I'm aware of. They do theirs true to size. Leatherman Limited does theirs like pretty much every other belt maker, where you order one size above in order to get it to be in the middle hole on the belt. Well, Barrons-Hunter does theirs true to size. So I wear a 32. So with Leatherman Limited, I would get a 34. Whereas with Barron-Hunter, I or you would get true to your size. So it would be a 32. And unfortunately, it is stamped in there. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it with the camera. But again, just interesting if you'll notice where they are different is Barron-Hunter puts this little tab with their company logo and name, and they do not. Leatherman Limited, which we'll get to in a minute, they stamp theirs with gold foiling on the inner tab. So as you can see, they are somewhat different in their weave. This is a more sort of coarse, if you will, larger weave surcingle, and this is more fine. You can also see that their width is different. On the left, this is 1.25 inches, and on this side, the left being the Leatherman Limited, on the right with the Barron-Hunter, it is 1.3 inches. So there is some difference. I didn't know that before I bought it, as I discussed in another video. It wouldn't have kept me from buying it, but I do prefer the smaller 1.25 belts. But for some pants, it does make sense to have the larger belt. So, it's nice. I'm going to order a couple of these in the same colors that I have the Leatherman Limited for those pants that it makes more sense. So, but if you notice, these are a little bit different in their width of the stitching. Their stitch per inch seems to be very similar. Nothing really to report there. And what I'm talking about is is how many stitches are in an inch. They seem to be pretty similar. So we're going to go down now to the tabs, show you a little bit of how they're the same, how they're different. So here you go. This is the back. Both of these belts are handmade. As you can see, Leatherman has the embossed and foiled logo here. Premium quality leather, handmade in Essex, Connecticut. And then so how they're different is the Barrons-Hunter leather is a little bit thicker. And I think I misspoke earlier. They do appear to have put some sort of edge garnish on here. You know what? This is one solid piece of leather, I believe, which they have split open to put the belt in. Where this, the Barrons-Hunter, is two pieces of leather sewed together and then with the black edge dressing. Now, to be fair to Leatherman Limited, they do have an offering like that. So don't think, I don't know if I have one on hand. I think I do, but it's an offering that Leatherman no longer makes, that particular style. So I'm not going to put it in this video, but because you can't order it anyway. But they do an offering when you choose that you can have it be two pieces of leather like this. So that's just something to keep in mind. But again, just wanted to give you an idea of what it looked like. And sort of compare and contrast. This one is a little more pointed. Let me see. For some reason, it's not wanting to focus. This is a little bit more pointed. There we go. And this one is a little more round. And interestingly enough, sort of just noticed as I'm looking at these, this is more pointed and this is more round. So it's almost the exact opposite. Whoops, almost the exact opposite. And again, Leatherman does not offer the crocodile embossed or alligator, whichever it is. I know that there's slightly different patterns, but again, just wanted to show you these two belts. They're both custom configured, so I chose the color, the ribbon, and that sort of thing. I guess one other thing that I can do just to kind of illustrate before I end the video, the difference in size. It's very minuscule. If you notice, they're even on the bottom. Let me get this thing to focus here. So that's about the difference. Again, holding square on the bottom on both sides. And that is the difference in sizing. So again, just something to keep in mind if you have a preference. There you go. If you have a preference and you want smaller, Leatherman Limited is a good choice. If you would prefer slightly larger, Barrons-Hunter is a good choice. You cannot go wrong with either. Definitely proud to have both of them in the stable. And they will continue to be a staple in my wardrobe forever. So thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, I have some others on similar content. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much.